but can't edit my token.
So, ownership, Zimandro. Their character, appropriate properties. Can't do anything to it. What map are you looking on?
Hell, loot and inventory.
You should be able to. That one there, right?
Yeah, I'm doing right click and there's edit at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
It gives me an unexpected error has occurred.
Okay. Same thing if you just double click on it.
Yep.
Hmm.
And a whole bunch of Java errors, but...
Oh, hold on a second. Sometimes... Oh, that's all intact. Sometimes that can happen if there's any sort of syntax error in the previewable stats. Everything looks fine. Can you move the token fine?
Yep.
And double click.
Still gives me an error.
Okay, can you select the text that's in the stack trace frame?
I'll assume you mean the details part of the error.
Yes.
Yes. Do you want to copy paste it into map tools or Mumble?
Map tools will be easier for me to read.
That's annoying to say. It tells me there's more errors when I go to the very bottom of it, but there's no way to show me what they are.
That's okay.
Okay. You said Mumble? Map tools? Sorry.
Map tools. Mumble has very constrained chat box.
Doo-doo.
Thank you. Moment.
As someone who doesn't ever work with Java, that is a complete mess of absolute nonsense.
It's just all of the files it's using and where the threads go.
Yeah, and what order? Yeah, it's having a problem creating the editor pane, the editor panel for that there. Could you re-download map tools?
Sure.
Because that reads like something's gone corrupted in your installation. Also, it's very odd you've got debug information for the top 3 calls on the stack, but... Well, actually, pardon me, all of it beneath is just Java auth, so that's the only stuff that's actually in the map tools distro. Yeah, caused by...
Downloading.
All right. Oh. while he's getting reconnected. Let's see here. You lot had just been under Tottenham Bend and had successfully retrieved Lindahl's cloak and his sword and some of his clothing. But there didn't seem to be any of his other possessions along with it. So you've now discerned location on his bonded ring, and it's somewhere in Dead Man's Bend. Hopefully not too far from a place called the Harlot's Embrace.
Oh, we're probably, if we're smart, gonna check the sewers first, and then try and check in our own warehouse.
We said that last time, and there are no sewers in that part of the city.
Yeah.
I did mention that. Sorry, I forgot. Okay, so it has to be in Harlot's Embrace then, unless it's somehow still underground.
Let's go. Let's go. Offer to pay a prostitute for sex. Kill her, take the money back, and then take my stuff that she has.
That's the
And
best
if she doesn't
plan.
have your stuff?
Then I just got to play Grand Theft Auto.
Fair enough.
Anyways, you lot traveling together. As a reminder of time of day, it is coming up on 10, maybe 11 in the morning. Took you a couple hours to ransack that poor gnome's shop.
Now, the only problem we have is if somebody has my... Actually, yeah, bonded items... I'm just trying to remember if it still has its enchantments for other people or stops working altogether.
I think it takes a whole week for it to stop working. Let's see here, bonded items.
There's a thing that says that its ability as a bonded item only works for you. I'm not sure if that includes enchantments you put on because of its status as a bonded item.
So something I couldn't
Nope,
find.
it only works for me. So yeah, so so they can't go invisible from using it. To anyone else, it's just a ring.
Good, good.
Yeah,
Well, a magic ring, but yes, a ring.
It's
Magic ring doesn't
ring,
appear
but
to do
nobody else.
anything.
Yeah, magic ring nobody else can use for anything. Yes.
Yes. Yeah,
So
the
when I
command word is your blood. Go ahead.
When I wasn't here last week, is Fulton just going around in his armor right now?
I didn't have him change into anything else.
Alright, I just wanted to know which.
Okay.
I don't know why why anybody would make their bonded item a wand. You'd have to be freaking stupid.
All right. So it's the better portion of 30 minutes walk just to the south end of Dead Men's Bend. And you guys have been quite clearly in the slum portion of the city for the past few hundred feet. The houses here are badly built when they are at all. There's lots of broken and shattered buildings, as though they had been knocked down by some massive force here and there, and there is little development on the street. There, like the road is just dirt. There's not even the occasional paving flags at the bases of the buildings, and there's quite clearly no sewer system. Basically just a line down the whole length of the street of the people who do that sort of thing come through and shovel the shit to wagons. probably every few days.
Attractive. Genome.
Those of you
Now-
wearing cloth shoes, pass out now.
Now I have to figure out Now I have to decide how to figure out who has my ring. Does anybody have any ideas?
Well, there can't be that many magic items in this section.
Are we
Yes,
going
true
to
enough.
a whorehouse to inquire about a ring? I mean, what are you guys getting distracted by? Did I miss a step? What's everyone so distracted by?
As far as I know, they're just thinking at the moment.
I said we keep going until we reach the whorehouse. I mean, or I guess a lady of the evening to inquire if anyone had come across any new jewelry, gossip and all that nonsense. If anyone came across a brand new shiny ring that is apparently magical or something, well, there you go. Unless someone else has a better idea, I'm perfectly willing to listen.
Could I have seen Lindell's ring well enough to locate it specifically with locate object?
Just a second.
You have to observe the particular item firsthand.
It
What do you
appears to be an obsidian band.
Certain item requires a specific and accurate mental image. Well, you haven't studied Lindell's hands closely while he's been wearing it, but if it has any kind of distinctive marks or anything that Lindell could describe to you to help you refine the mental image, it might work.
Oh, alright. First way to get there.
It's a flawless black band made out of pure obsidian. I'm sure there's not many of them.
Probably not.
Just be careful not to drop it. It's a good thing it's a magic item, because something like that would actually be incredibly breakable.
A little bit.
I found enough hematite rings, obsidian's just a little bit more resilient.
Than glass, yes.
Well, it's stone, but it's...
Not very good stone.
Yeah.
It is still breakable. That's something you want to drop frequently. But like a phone. Being dropped. You'd be surprised how many times you take being dropped, but you get it wrong once, whole thing falls apart.
Okay, so let us wander to the whorehouse then.
Tours.
How come every D&D game I play ends at a whorehouse at some point?
Because that is the destined place for anyone who lives the kind of life these characters lead.
I don't think that really applies to mine.
No, it does.
Whorehouses and sewers. That's it.
Or mine. I got polymorph any objects.
When you're in a city, the DM has a list of things he has to do. One of those is the sewer, and another one is the whorehouse.
I just have to befriend a lovely chair and turn it into a woman for 10 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know if you can
I'm
befriend
not going to sit anywhere in his mansion.
her.
And technically, hasn't Shinolera already been to a whorehouse? I guess a brothel, but...
Yeah, the Savage counts, I suppose.
I figured it was just an orgy pit.
It could be that, but then again, if you have something like that, why wouldn't you sell services? You know, like it kind of goes with the territory. You kind of redundant just to sell it as space when you could sell encouragement. Let's call it.
And before you go into the
Lube?
pit, sir, could I interest you in a nice shiny cock ring?
Great.
That's
I really
love
hope that isn't what happened, because then we're going to be having some very interesting conversations.
I
I
should
shall
imagine it's interesting enough by the time that topic comes up.
True.
It's diamond encrusted.
No.
It's incredibly extravagant, but very uncomfortable.
I imagine. No, thank you.
Oh, Jesus.
Uh,
I don't think I'm going to be selling that, though, in this, like, way in the corner, first place to get nuked by the incoming monster, like, whorehouse. This isn't going to be a clean establishment. Let's, like, establish that. It is literally on the very edge of the exact place that gets knocked down every, like, 4 months or something.
Make sure you have removed disease prepared before you
Yeah,
sleep with
seriously.
anything.
Yeah, it is Fulton. Do you have brew disease prepared? Because we might need it.
just excuse me a moment while I realize that you still have trouble with the name.
Well, that's not going to go away for a while.
I do not have it prepared, but I have plenty of empty slots.
Okay, well, we'll just get it ready to go when it happens.
Oh,
That's what she said.
you should.
She's going to say it, yeah.
You shouldn't be. You shouldn't be offended. I remember your name, Fillmore.
Uh,
Well, I know the mage is Lindahl and Fulton is the cleric. I just need to. It's just, I don't know, it's just hard to remember for some reason.
Friendall.
I really liked Friendall. That was the best one.
I totally need to get an item that can duplicate the Scion's power fusion, so we can fuse together and be Friendall.
Who is pure neutral.
yeah.
Or
pretty
extremely
much.
lawful, depending.
Yeah, lawful neutral, basically.
Really lawful is the thing. So you're taking two already fairly lawful beings and just
I would
one
debate
deciding
the
we're lawful
fairly
together, but still,
lawful
it's a
part
lot of
of
law.
that, but nevertheless, what is you guys' plan for finding
I mean,
the?
finding. We walk down we know where it is, or at least have an idea. It's in Deadman's Bend. We go to Deadman's Bend, and then we just look for a whorehouse. Named, well, confound, I forgot the name already.
I'm looking for the whores. I'm looking for the whores.
What was it? Harlot's Embrace, that one, yeah. Deadman's Bend, look for Harlot's Embrace, wander around like schmucks, and if anyone tries to steal anything, we beat them to death.
Or, beat them to death.
You say that, and then one of them nicks your extremely expensive sword you just got back and runs off with it.
I
Pretty
think
sure.
that's us beating them to death. I think that's them committing suicide.
Yeah. I love how your opinion on the matter changed as soon as it involved your really expensive item. So I got some really expensive items too, Even more so than perhaps you, because unlike you, I only ever have the gun,
Yeah, but if they do steal from 6'10" fully armored half-orc,
there is that. On the same level of stealing from the
They kind of
dwarf,
should have expected what was about to happen. Yes.
So you're pretty desperate, aren't you, Punch?
I mean, at least with a gun, they might not fully recognize it.
True.
Hmm.
Not that I have any of my guns visible on me, at the moment. I don't like how, I'm considering how rare these things are, and the fact that, well, they're scary, and I've already been in trouble in this section of the city. I'm probably going to avoid gun use.
Alright, Dead Man's Bend.
Yep.
You are on Dead Man's Bend.
Ah,
We keep going down until we find the bloody Harlot's Embrace. Just look on each side of the street. You'd have pretty obvious signage. Out of everything in a poor section, it's the brothel that's going to have the good signage. That in the end.
And I'm going to detect magic and keep detecting magic around me as I walk.
It's actually pretty
Alrighty.
smart. This isn't a very well-off neighborhood, so you're not going to detect much besides us and your ring.
Yes, but if I do detect something, we'll know that there's other rich people down here who might have some of my crap, and then I can and then I can torture them. I did not say that in character.
I would hope so.
Alrighty. You begin.
We're not making
walking.
any stops. I mean, I'm not going to hey, I want a sausage from here.
I sort of need some gas. My overland flight spell is powered by petrol.
It's a material component.
You travel down the street, and well, the first thing that confounds you is that it's not exactly a straight shot. Very soon, you come across what seems like a cul-de-sac, and then you notice that people who are walking down the street and trying to keep away from you because you guys are a semi-imposing sight on a street where most people are clothed in maybe a full set of pants and a badly worn down thin cotton shirt.
Wow, the poverty here is just grinding to the point of obscenity.
Oh yes. And you notice that the people are shying away from you and disappearing around the buildings, and the buildings have not been arranged in some nice straight or even curved street. There's just gaps between buildings everywhere, and
They all look
there
recent.
is no signposting or anything.
They look like they were slapped together in a rush kind of deal. Like recently, a monster came through, stomped everything, so we take the rubble and make it into the rough shape of a house, and we live there now.
Except for the occasional building that's of masonry, everything here is wooden and looks like it was constructed from the debris of what this section of the city was 2 years ago.
Ah, well, yep, that makes sense. That's pretty much exactly what they said happens.
So we've entered a place with no zoning laws. Welcome to Texas.
The best off.
It's more likely we made zoning laws known would obey them ever because the Tarasquics are coming and eat everyone anyway.
The best off and richest looking buildings around here are so that they don't look like made out of debris.
I'm sure that's very convincing.
I would imagine that the whorehouse is a place that has money.
Yeah, I mean, out of anywhere, that place would have the money. You said, is there a lack of signage for places that are like establishments like inns and whorehouses? I mean, you think there would be some signage for that, if nothing else.
Let's see here.
I'm talking like complicated, like this is the place, just like, your basic sign with like a picture of like, I don't know, a mug on it.
Well, in the length of the street you've traversed thus far, before discovering that the street just kind of dissolves into a maze between buildings, you did see one place that what you think is probably a carving pig.
It sounds way dirty with this.
I know, it's amazing. It's like,
If I had $1 for every time.
What has
The
happened?
upload speed is not liking today, so I'm gonna stop streaming and just record it. Okay, that seems a little better. And I'm just gonna go quickly make sure the wife didn't start up a torrent or something.
But yeah, you and me need to go halfsies on an item that duplicates this power. Yeah, the fused being knows all the powers you and the other creatures know, has the sum of you and the other creature's power points, knows and can prepare any spells you or the other creature possesses, has all feats, racial abilities, class features.
It's a spell you use when the big bad has become too much for your uncoordinated slap attempts, and you all just fuse into one big monster and have yourselves a hoedown.
For each of the 6 ability scores, you get the highest.
So this would just make a Mystic Theurge that knows basically any arcane or divine spell and can still beat the shit in melee combat.
Yep.
Yeah. We would unfortunately lose another possibility for me down the line is to, like, if I ever have a lot of money and want to waste it. Sorry, if I ever have a lot of money to waste, I can just take leadership and get a fighter and just get this item and fuse us.
Wanted 1 sap for dangerous alchemical experiment. Don't worry, we'll be working very closely together.
That is the concern, because the personality of that guy is going to fiddle with yours. Like, he's there. It's not like he goes away. No, he's there. Forever. In your head. Probably making a mess of the furniture.
As the manifester, you control the actions of the fused being.
Just because he controls action doesn't mean he's not in your head going like, hey, guy, we should go to the bathroom now.
Yes, but I can subsume. He gets to have an "and I must scream" thing inside my head unless I get killed, and that makes us separate.
You know what? Hold on, let me double check that again.
That power is broken.
Requires Egoist 8 or Tactician 9. Psychometabolism.
It'd be a really expensive item.
Why don't you just polymorph any object on yourself and turn into a Goa'uld? It'd be just as quick.
Because it's less fun?
Because then I'd have to find a body to possess.
Of
course, I could just do. If I really wanted to do that, I could use magic jar and just take over a minotaur or something.
Anyway, things. My internet is still a little poor over here, but at least it's in the correct direction now. So, right. You had discovered that the Dead Man's Bend is not really a well-organized street. It's just a mass of buildings that happen to be far enough apart for people to pass through.
Yeah, so now we had asked whether or not there was any, if there is or is not signage on the more successful buildings like inns and whorehouses.
You had seen building that tavern.
Okay. Right, so I guess we're gonna have to stick together, pick a alleyway, and start walking, or we can just pick a random passerby hobo and hope he leads us through. So, which one sounds more attractive?
Sorry, I didn't hear any of that.
He said he did definitely see at least one inn that had signage. We didn't go into confirm, but it seemed to be an inn. So if the inn has some signage, I'm fairly certain there will be other places with signage. So I said,
Hopefully.
do we want to pull aside some random hobo and ask him, "Hey, where's this?" Or would you like to just march?
Let's go to the inn, and we can ask them directions.
Fair enough. We'll go to that inn.
They're the gas stations of old times.
They kind of are.
Yeah, I need to use your washroom. Can you tell me where the whorehouse is? I'm not gonna buy anything though.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, you're going to what inn?
You said there was one with signage. We're just gonna stop there and ask for directions.
Ah, okay. You go into the building with the sign of a suckling pig, and inside there's a bunch of very tired and miserable people, all eating bowls of thin gruel, and does seem to be some sort of a tavern. There's a lot of stir as you guys come in, and man with a towel tossed over his shoulder wanders over.
I heard owl tossed over his shoulder, so the image was really funny.
Towel.
I know you heard towel, but I heard owl, so it was just fucking hilarious to see this dude just like owl.
Somebody at work brought in aloe water the other day, and someone was asking them where they got it, and I heard owl water. I wouldn't drink anything that comes out of an owl.
That's why this guy like cleaning glasses with his little owl.
Okay,
anyway.
When they head in, Fulton's just gonna look imposing.
Congratulations, you're 6'10". Mission accomplished.
Uh-huh.
You impose over the 5'10" human who comes up and says, "What do people like you want in this district?"
Hello, good sir. I'm just I'm looking for somebody who has an item for me. They told me to meet them. I'm supposed to meet them at the Harlot's Embrace. Do you have the directions?
Harlot's Embrace. Where in crap's name is that supposed to be? Oh, hold on. Do you mean the Harlot's Revenge?
No, but sure.
Do I mean the Harlot's Revenge?
No, you don't.
Nope.
We're fairly certain the magic said the Harlot's Embrace. Let's change its name between now and then.
Well, there was a House of Comforts down the ways, used to be called the Harlot's Revenge.
Well, it's a good enough place to start. Where's that at?
Let's see here. If you head down that way, go left around that painted house at the end of the bend. Put your left hand on the wall, but not too firmly, and follow it for about 200 feet. Then turn right at the fruit vendors, and then take another left.
I'm going to write this down.
Yeah, that should get you to the right area. Just ask again when you get there.
Thank you. Have yourself a great day. Here's 1 gold. I'm gonna flip him 1 gold.
Is it counterfeit?
No, I will give him 1 real gold. I don't have counterfeit money on me.
You're most kind, ma'am.
I'm going to pretend you didn't just say that. Have a good day, sir.
Sorry, the dress threw me off. Have a good day.
Ignore the snickering of the drow.
The best part about a helmet is nobody can see you grinning.
Let us follow the
Yep.
I hope whoever has my ring has my mask, too, because then they'll stand out.
They would stand out with the mask on.
You attempt to follow the directions, and after reaching a little burned out wreckage that smells absolutely horrible, that you guess must have been the fruit stand at some point in time, take a right, take a left, and find yourself in terra incognita. The thing you can be sure of is that the watchtower is to your southwest, so what direction that is.
I'm a dwarf. We certainly know what every direction is always, so yeah, that's solved. I'm joking, I have a compass. So I take out my compass, I now know where the direction is, and voila.
I have a huge knowledge geography.
I have a fairly high survival, but I have a compass. It's in like gear. I got the compass.
And the fun thing is, you still need to roll a 10 on survival to use your compass.
That okay, whatever.
Yeah, I know.
What does N mean?
Neat,
In the
right?
D&D universe, are compasses like complicated machines?
N means no. You don't go that way.
Clearly.
So you found yourself in a stretch of alleys that
There's a 29, Christ.
they twist and turn in every direction, and they're
I
difficult to
discovered
tell
north.
apart. You discover north.
There, now we can follow the directions currently.
If only you had a latitude and longitude of the whorehouse you were going to.
Actually, what's funny is I've got other things that could give me that if we get there. I have an astrolabe.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Never
we'll
mind
make
my
sure to write
maps and
down
such.
the latitude and longitude of the whorehouse when we're there so that we can teleport back easily.
Yep.
Are there any people around?
You could try and jog one down. Most of the inhabitants in this area are trying to keep their distance.
Who's got the fastest land speed? Because I sure as hell don't.
I have a speed of 40 right now. I have overland flight on.
Okay, grab one. And then pillage the lucky one if possible, but beggars can't be choosers.
I'm not gonna draw more attention to myself by flying after a random person at high speeds, thanks.
Okay, then
I
just
kinda
walk,
like that
because you're
image.
still faster than either of us when walking. One's in heavy armor, one's a dwarf. I think you're going to move faster regardless of what you do.
Yeah, I think I'll try to approach a random person and ask them if they know where it is.
Alrighty.
I'm going to walk, though.
You walk a bit of ways from the rest of the group in order to try and get someone's attention before they realize that a lot of you are traveling in a group and that it's probably trouble to avoid. And you manage to actually find a beggar who's sitting down in one of these alleys with a small wooden cup in front of him. He does not get up as you approach.
Hello, sir. Would you mind helping us find our way to a certain establishment?
What are you looking for?
The Horror's Revenge.
Where's revenge?
Or the Horror's Embrace, whichever.
We're looking for an establishment known as the Harlot's Embrace.
Sure. Yeah, Harlot, you're right.
Harlot's Embrace.
The Whore's Revenge was a great book, though.
I think that's around here somewhere. I'm just having trouble remembering it. I'm just with this
and I'm guessing a few silvers would make you remember.
Oh, that might jog this old memory of mine.
We can't blame the man for trying to get a meal out of us. Are you okay? Fine. Be skinflints. Put gold in there. I compare you to skinflinted, heartless bastards.
He stares in awe at this gold piece and rubs it with his dirty old thumbs and gnaws on a corner of it with his tooth before finally looking around suspiciously, checks corners, makes sure nobody's watching, and swallows it.
Fair enough. You gotta keep what you got safe.
All right, well, I don't know where they moved to after they burned down, but I know where they used to be. It was just down that way. Just take a right at the end of this row of buildings, and it should be the second big building on your left. It's not too far down there.
Thank you kindly. I hand him 2 more silver and leave you to be going.
Oh, thank you, good sir.
Of course. Try and be well then.
You know, you'd be better off spending that gold on food than eating it.
He wants to keep it safe. I don't blame him.
Oh, blessings be upon you, sir. And I hope someone finds a cure for that ferret you got stuck on you.
Aye, it is a terrible disease, one which every man must live with.
Oh God.
Shake my head, fucking call my beard a ferret. He's looking at it and launch him out of a catapult. Anyway, we take his down. I take his down. Presumably follows me. I don't know.
Do you want me to cast Firewall on him?
No. It's a poor, mostly blind old beggar doesn't deserve that.
So
He doesn't know.
I'll fire that.
Last experience with a poor old beggar says otherwise.
I don't know about that, do I?
He's
larger building. It's just as badly constructed as all the others around here, but it seems like it's actually got a bit of a foundation underneath it. And on the sign, it does have a sign, and it's it's quite clearly 2 legs up in the air.
At least it's blunt.
Very to the point.
Ha!
Hmm.
I get it. Funny. I guess I'll head inside and black hair. Shame is for people who aren't on a place called Dead Men's Bend.
You step in through the door.
Yep.
what do I care about shame? I wear a mask.
You did wear a mask. Or do you have spares?
He is wearing a spare.
Alright then.
You step inside and find yourself in a very dimly lit building. Yes, I know, dark vision. Shush you.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Not this time you weren't.
I expect a whorehouse to be this dimly lit, shitty thing.
The floor is wooden and seems to be made of the best material that the building has to offer. You know,
Floor. Alright.
Well, it's notable because you kind of don't want people to come in and then leave with, slivers or any other horrible afflictions.
I suppose.
Remove disease.
The place is lit with the occasional really dirty black smoking oil lantern. Probably not the best kinds of oil that they're using down in these slums. And you think that this room would be fairly wide and open, like a decently constructed tavern, except it's been completely filled with crisscrossing labyrinth of curtains and temporary walls. And
oh, yeah, that's encouraging.
You've no sooner taken in the look in the place just inside the door. Your companions haven't even come in through the door behind you yet, when there's a very thin, very oily looking man standing beside you.
Did he just grow out of the ground? I give a start.
He appeared out of a blind corner behind the door. Now he's standing beside you and leaning down to you and saying, "And what can we do to satisfy you, sir?"
You can back up about 2 feet, feller. I got friends coming in.
Oh, I'm afraid we don't. I'm afraid we don't have group rates.
Well, my friends will explain the situation, and I get inside so they can get in.
Come in, please. He backs up enough to let the lot of you come into the little corner of a little stretch of hallway that passes for a foyer. What can we do for you here at the Harlot's Embrace?
Well,
Quickly out of character. Our plan was to hire more than just gossip with her. Was just to see if there was anyone with new jewelry. I think that was the safest.
I will do so.
All right, go ahead.
I don't know. We all had to come in for this. But...
Well, no, we have to come in because all of us are going to have an excuse to be here.
Yes, hello, good sir. Has anybody as well dressed as me come in recently?
Oh, I should certainly not be allowed to say, good sir.
Oh no, I was just. The only reason I ask is because I would like to see who anybody you have who you would normally recommend to somebody as well appointed as myself.
Oh, I understand. Yes, I have flavors for all tastes.
You're not tempting me to come up with something just completely retarded. God damn it!
I like vanilla.
No.
Sorry.
Well, good sir, please, open your cloak a bit, turn for me. Let me get the measure of you so that I can best serve your needs.
Sure, I am.
Gordon is trying very hard not to laugh.
I do so.
Fulton will be taking up the role of silent pseudo-bodyguard.
No idea how tempted I am to hire one for Fulton.
That wouldn't
When I get my money back,
think.
I will hire Fulton as my permanent bodyguard.
Protect my body, if nothing else.
Yes, I think I know exactly who would be able to serve your needs, sir. Please, follow my assistant here. And he gestures to a young boy, couldn't be more than 10 years old, who appears from under from under one of the curtains.
I hope he's not my recommendation. Anyway, I'm going to keep detect magic on.
I'll wait for them in the foyer. I'm going to use the excuse that a lot of us are basically just his bodyguards, because that would kind of make sense.
And I'm going to whisper to Shelinar, when you have a cast locate object when nobody's looking. And off we go, following the 10-year-old boy.
The boy leads you. The boy leads you through through a
What we gotta do
series
with
of
the
the
bed, boss?
curtains and through several bends, and you feel like the path has almost turned back in on itself when he finally leads you round a corner. And by the time you round that same corner, he's disappeared. There's a rustling of a curtain beside you, and there's a young woman laying languidly, possibly even unconsciously, on a set of pillows in this corner.
Unconscious. These people sure know my fetish.
I'm so glad I'm not there, because I probably would have just launched you out a window.
Meanwhile,
I'm just joking. I didn't actually say that.
Jesus.
I know.
Sheesh.
and are any of the rest of you looking for satisfaction?
Considering I'm on duty bodyguarding the fella who just took your services, probably not.
I beg your pardon?
Considering I'm on duty bodyguarding the fella that just used your services, I don't think I'm able to.
Oh, well, I could certainly arrange a drink in a quiet corner for you.
That I'd appreciate.
Oh, excellent, excellent. Please follow my assistant here. And another young boy appears from under the curtains.
You just have like a collection of these things? Okay.
He leans down and whispers into the boy's ear and gestures you to follow.
I'll follow.
Fulton just shakes his head and goes along with it.
Why is
Likewise.
this whorehouse filled with young boys?
That's what I just
Because
said.
house.
I guess if you think about it objectively, as not as a sicko, out of all the people you could hire to do the job that they're doing and not, sample the product, a young boy is one of the few. It's that or a young girl,
Just get a eunuch.
I don't know if there's like an excessive amount of youths who'd want to work here.
Fulton Chenelaire, are you going along with what's happening or going along with Gorazin?
With Gorazin.
Gorazin.
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to make certain. All right,
We're not getting
you're
split
led
up
through
that
the
bad.
you're led through the maze of curtains and temporary walls until you start to smell a rich smoky smell, and finally you're led into a room where there's 2 or 3 other people that are obviously poor, but the merchant class of the slums. And they're laid back on these great mounds of dirty pillows and partaking deeply of hookahs with small glasses of brown liquid in their other hands. And you're gestured to a empty corner of the floor where there's soft blankets and whatnot laid out, and there's already a decanter of something alcoholic smelling and several filled hookahs standing nearby.
I just want the others to not drink until I've had a drink to make sure it's, safe, essentially. Because if anyone's going to be drinking poison, it's the dwarf, because we can just fucking shake it off.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll be able to take a drink, and I have my own pipe, so I'm not really too concerned with it. Okay.
Is there anybody in the room that looks like, someone who works for the whorehouse?
Asking for a woman?
No, I mean like people watching the others.
Oh, you mean like a guard or something? Yeah, okay.
Give me a perception.
So I think the term would be bouncer in this kind of scenario.
Yeah, I suppose.
Really a guard. I mean,
Looking around, you notice that every once in a while you can see a shadow pass over gaps between the curtains, and eyes study through momentarily before moving on. Seems like there's some figure, man height, who's keeping an eye on things, but not standing guard at all times.
Right. Once Fulton finds a place to sit, he will cast Locate Object, like the moment he stopped looking through one of the gaps in the curtain.
Okay.
Try and be discreet about it, I suppose. But then again, the people watching this are drunkards and people who are probably really, really high, so, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well.
Oh, and Garezin, as for tasting that decanter, roll me a fort save.
Yeah, of course. Poison is alcohol, so I'll add it anyway. Yeah, even if it's not like actual poison, like alcohol is a poison.
Drugs are poisons.
So I'll just add my extra 2, so I'll just roll into that 2. So add 2 to that for a total of 33.
Alrighty. It tastes sweet and leaves a bitter aftertaste, and then leaves a fiery aftertaste, and then leaves a kind of gritty sensation on your teeth.
Yeah. Alright, let's be the cheap stuff.
You imagine it probably tastes fantastic with the opium, but not so great on its own.
Yeah, it's one of those. I don't be thinking it's poisoned, but it's cheap and strong. I don't suggest you lot have any. Because it ain't dwarven ale, but it's cheap enough and mostly alcohol, and they probably used paint thinner in it.
A knowledge local would actually help you identify it.
Do I have that? I do.
Yeah, I mention it because I think it is the one you have.
Yeah, 22 total.
It tastes like what it would be if you took elven absinthe and then watered it down with rainwater that hadn't been filtered or anything. It had just run down a slightly dirty roof into a barrel.
I'm guessing this is elven absinthe. They're just really, 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 really diluted with not so clean water. So yeah, booze of a previously decent make that they've simply completely annihilated for the sake of, more alcohol. Or less in this case.
Alton.
So yeah, if you guys want really terrible beer, here you go.
I think I'll pass.
Yeah, not drinking that.
Fair enough, I'm gonna smoke. And I light up my pipe and my own tobacco, which I bought, because I'm a dwarf.
Mm-hmm.
I think we all know you're a dwarf.
Yes, but
I'm
the
not
reason
sure.
for having a smoking tobacco is
I
because
suppose
dwarf.
he could be a gnome with a beard.
No. I'm a Azir. I just, was put out once.
Alton.
Azirs are dwarves are fire.
No fire dwarves, no.
Alton, you cast locate object, and after a few moments of visualization, you get a distinct impression of a direction, but you've no idea which way is which in this maze of in this maze of curtains. The impression will last for several minutes, but you'd have to get up and follow your nose, basically.
Which is difficult in this situation.
Yeah, it lasts for a minute per level, so
Mm-hmm.
if you can wander around, you'll be able to find it.
Yeah, so 17 minutes total, but...
And that's when you walk in on Lindal boning a chick who's wearing it.
I found the ring, guys. Somewhere inside here. Give me a minute.
It's not the kind of ring you'd think.
Oh, God.
Meanwhile, Lindal.
Sorry.
As you stand there, sizing up the situation, the girl stirs and stares with a very unfocused gaze in your direction. It's reasonable to assume she's drugged.
I'm going to, well, I still have Detect Magic running. Is there anything magic in the room?
Not that you can see from here.
No,
Yeah, this establishment is actually shady enough to where I think the girls don't really have anything. Like, it's unlikely they do. And anything they did have, the establishment owner probably has in a safe somewhere, so he might be the one with the stuff, is what I'm thinking.
Okay, I'll approach and sit next to her.
She crawls over to you and begins rubbing your shoulders.
Well, hello there. Are you okay? You seem a little out of it.
She doesn't respond, just kind of lazily bobs her head.
I have no reason not to trust her word.
Okay, you're really freaking me out. Can you say something, please?
A bit of sobriety seems to come to her eyes, and she just shakes her head.
Are you unable to speak or unwilling to?
She starts to nod, then thinks and starts to nod.
Is she mute or something?
Yeah, that was gonna be my next thing. Are you mute or something?
Are you just that high?
Roll it.
Because if you're that high, I want what she's having.
Roll
so
a
high,
sense.
you forget how to talk.
Roll a
It
sense
can
motive,
happen.
please.
Ouch, that's a bad roll.
She seems to just ignore the question and goes back to rubbing your shoulders and gets up on her knees behind you and starts rubbing her hands down your chest.
Think of something clever. You're the wizard, damn it. Be smart.
Look, this isn't fun for me if you're not going to say anything. I'm not paying for it unless I get some conversation.
Ah, picky bastard.
She slumps and crawls across the pillows over to the wall and taps on the nearest curtain, and a very quiet bell chimes. After a moment, a young boy shows up at the curtains. Looks curious.
Do you have any girls who aren't mutes?
Oh, why? Not many people talk to the girls.
I imagine some do.
Well, I can't get into it if she won't talk to me.
I want a screamer, damn it.
Great.
I want a screamer, damn it.
I mean, yeah, that's a thing.
I know. The quiet ones we keep on the floor, but there's rooms upstairs where there might be one more awake.
That sounds lovely.
Oh, follow me.
I'm going to follow him.
You notice as you get up that the girl here is trying to hide tears as you leave.
Wait, let me take a guess. Lindahl doesn't care.
Yeah. That's I'm not taking that bet. That's like guaranteed. He probably turns around and gives her the finger. And not in the way you're thinking.
He cares, but you never know it from the way he acts.
Okay, you're led through the maze again, and you're getting the impression that you're deeper into the building. You're hearing less of the noise of outside, and suddenly you turn a corner and there's a set of stairs. Boy leads you up them. and the air starts smelling much more thickly of hookah smoke here.
Now I'm wondering what the hell they do smoke, because whatever it is must be fucking amazing.
The air is it's becoming harder to see any great distance, not because of the maze of curtains, but because of the smoke in the air. And finally, the boy turns stops at a door and gestures you into it.
Okay, in I go. I don't need to roll a fort save because of the smoke, do I?
No, not unless you spend too long up here. And the door quietly.
Say an hour, because that could be a problem.
The door quietly shuts behind you,
colors.
and you see that you're in a. Well, if you picture what someone who's probably never seen more than 3 whole gold pieces in one place before would call opulent, that's this room.
Awesome.
That's a lot of pillows.
Sounds like every whorehouse I do, but damn.
And there's a woman at a chair near the on the other side of a bed there, and she gets up at your entrance.
Is she hot?
Really?
Well, she's in a whorehouse.
No.
I hope she is.
Say
Otherwise,
yes.
it's a very poor whorehouse.
And I do
No,
not
I'm just
mean
being an
cosplay.
asshole. Okay. Greetings.
Well, hello there. You've certainly chosen the right place to come.
Well, you're more talkative than the last girl they tried to shove at me. Detect magic's still on.
There is an aura on the. There's something on the table, but it's hard to make out in this bad lighting. Roll me a
Scared us out.
perception.
I have dark vision on.
Oh, right. Keep forgetting you cast that earlier. Yeah, it looks like there's a there's a small there we go, amulet on the table where she was sitting, in addition to a couple empty glasses, decanter of what looks like water, and a half-eaten piece of bread.
Knowledge Arcana on the amulet.
You study the aura on it, and it seems like there's something. There's some abjuration on it of some sort. Woman comes closer. Oh, you've come all this way, and now you're all distracted on me?
Oh, I'm sorry, that amulet is very shiny.
Oh, they let us use those. Helps save on the bills in the long term. But you're not interested in that, baby.
I'm just wondering how you get out of this.
Yes, how do I subtly switch the subject over to my items?
Screw subtlety?
Is that her name?
Yeah, I'm single-mindedly devoted to a single woman. That's not happening.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I'm curious how you're gonna get out of this. If I had to make a suggestion, inquire about, say you're like a magician or something, show her some tricks, and like just sort of gently inquire about that kind of thing.
Yeah, I'll do some.
Prestidigitation,
I'll do some cheap stage magic with prestidigitations.
Really cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Is this your card?
I'll pull a rabbit out of my hat now.
Have you ever seen anybody do... Actually, I don't even need to just... What was in my robe when yeah.
I'm still trying to find a good way to leave where we currently are.
Only you'd prepared invisibility this morning. Oh wait, cleric.
Uh-huh.
If you want, I can do it right in the middle there.
On the plus side, I found another use for grease.
Danger.
I could do something silly, like dust form.
Okay, so yeah, I'll just you know what? I'm a little nervous. I just need to cool down a little bit before, and I'll just try to make some small talk with her. But,
All right. Roll me a. Then.
ah, ah, ah. 1d20 minus 2.
I thought I was supposed to be the gruff dwarf. You're actually less attractive than me, personality-wise.
It's not attractiveness.
That low it might be.
Wait.
That's why I have diplomacy keyed to my intelligence.
What's Shinolera's charisma?
Probably high.
It is her main stat.
Okay.
29.
We actually have a pretty balanced set of stats here. I'm the dexterity guy. We've got an intelligence person, a charisma person,
I was
and a
going to
wisdom
say,
person.
if Fulton was the most charismatic in the group,
No.
he does have a 20, but
I mean, that's impressive, yeah, but you're probably closer to the guy with the best wisdom, or maybe the best strength. It kind of depends.
they're both 22. So.
Yeah. The woman shrugs off your attempts to ward her off and just walks up very close and grabs your hands and places them on her shoulders, grabs your hips. Oh, come on, we don't have all day.
You can start screaming bloody murder, and we might come charging up like you're being killed, so, that would get you out of it, technically.
I'm scared of sex.
I'll save you! Cries Fulton fiercely, because,
Yeah, I didn't really want to waste this, but you know what? Okay, that's enough of this.
Poke.
Oh.
I'm into weird shit. Poke.
Will save?
Yeah,
right?
will save.
What is she, like a third level commoner, maybe?
Yeah, dominates. I'll have to up the spell level. I forgot to check.
Wizard 5.
DC's 24.
Okay. Nope.
Okay, that's enough of that.
She goes glass-eyed and lets go of you and just stands there.
Excellent. You're going to answer all my questions truthfully.
Very well.
Have you seen any fellows come in with particularly expensive looking rings, say made of obsidian?
I don't see anyone that doesn't come into my room.
Has anybody like that come into your room lately?
Not lately.
Okay, well, to be completely honest with you, I've been looking for some... Just 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Little issue with my Explorer. This is Okay. Well, I have been looking for a kind of I've been looking for somebody who has gotten a hold of some of my items. I cast some magic, and they pointed towards this place. Do you have any clients who would be interested in powerful magical items that you see often?
Not often enough.
The first girl I talked to appeared to be drugged. Are some of the girls here against their will?
The ones downstairs, they're kept pliable.
The answer is yes.
How so?
Hookah.
I want to make some of this stuff at home.
Seriously. I am considering it, because this stuff must be amazing.
I don't know what it is. The owners, they brew it up in the warehouse at the back.
I know what door we're kicking down next.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
The owners, they brew it up in the warehouse at the back.
And how about you? How do they keep you here?
They kept me here by paying me well.
Are there any other girls up here that somebody as well appointed as me may be pointed to?
Maybe 5 of us.
Okay, we're getting somewhere. Do you talk to any of them?
Only at meals.
If somebody gives you gifts, what happens to them? Do you get to keep them?
Well, yes, but most of the girls would take them back home. It's not a safe place here. Well,
Okay.
overnight, that is.
Yes.
But the boys keep us nice and safe during the day, even the ones downstairs.
Have any of them been given any gifts recently that they've bragged about?
Oh, nothing so nice. Ring here. I earned that amulet.
What does that amulet do? You never told me.
Oh, it saves me a weekly trip to the herbalist.
Ah. So a ring here, was that just an example, or has somebody received a ring recently?
The girl down the hall, Amelia. She was given a ring. Oh, earlier this week.
Ah, what does it look like?
Oh, I didn't see it. He says it's black like starlight.
That'll be it.
Yeah, that would be my ring.
Yours?
Yeah, that would be the ring I came here looking for.
I should be insulted.
You should be.
Ah.
But don't.
Okay.
Okay, I won't. Hmm.
Okay, do you know where she lives?
Oh, she works the room down the hall, but I haven't seen her today.
Okay,
What was her name
that's
again?
where she works, but do you know where she lives?
No.
What's her name?
Yeah, what's her name?
Amelia.
Her real name?
As far as I know, Amelia.
We can ask the guy in charge, he'd know.
Yeah, he won't give it out, though.
He will. You offer him
Like not going to the guard about the chicks he has drugged here?
That's one way, yeah. Not that, yeah, I don't know if the guard actually care. He might have like a deal or some sort of crushing
The
going on.
lawful in me really doesn't like that.
Go tell Fulton.
Fulton will start kicking down doors and screaming
I don't
at people.
know if-
That'll solve everything.
I don't know if anyone in this group would be okay with it.
No, I'm not okay with it. So yeah, no one in this group was okay with it.
The evil in me is fine with prostitution. The lawful in me hates forced prostitution.
Considering where Gorzen comes from, prostitution is perfectly a legal action, but this kind of prostitution is not, so this is a bunch of bullshit.
This is building Fulton will be perfectly happy to burn to the ground.
And strangely enough, the former slave doesn't like slavery.
Who would have thunk? Lindahl, could I get a perception, please?
If she's toying with me, I'll kick her ass.
Oh yeah, the wizard with what strength again will kick this lady's ass? That'll just be a slap fight for the ages.
I got a ring here.
I can get some popcorn.
That'd be fun to watch. I roll, I get a 6. Do I hit? No.
Meanwhile, downstairs.
Puffing on my pipe, ignoring the hookah, because I don't know their glory yet.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the ring is definitely here.
Alright.
You know where?
I trust Lindahl to at least scream for help if things go sour. You managed that alright, didn't you, Fulton? Bump his shoulder.
Ah, help! I hate sex.
Oh, there it is.
If I were able to walk around in this building, I could find it. But
Well, that's not really possible unless you want to make the use of sampling product.
no.
I didn't think so. I continue to smoke obliviously. Don't really care much. They got their
Well, I
hookahs, got
came
my
here
pipe.
with purpose, but now I've got a smoke on.
I don't know. My purpose has been fulfilled. Unless Lindahl screams for help, what the hell else am I going to do? I'm not magic.
How closely
We're
are...
seeking a ring. If we were seeking like an object I could like legitimately find and question about, sure, why not? But a ring? Yeah, no.
How
I don't even know what
closely
it
are
looks
the
like.
occupants of this room looking at us, if at all?
Um,
How are they toked out of their mind?
Yeah, the two who were here when you guys came in, they are. You think that you could probably get a horse to sit in their lap, and they wouldn't even know that it was there.
So two of them
Whisper,
are just completely
by the way.
blank-faced and drooling. Nice.
Fulton will whisper, by the way, that there is a guard of some sort looking through the curtains every few moments.
Gorzen nods and mumbles if he's surprised. Not surprised at all.
She will look at him and go, how well can you move about quietly wearing that?
Talking to me or talking to him?
To him.
Not at all, and that's for
In
both of us.
answer, Fulton will move an arm and see how loud it is.
Rattle, 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 rattle.
So yes, invisibility is not a particularly good option.
I mean, Gorzen isn't like completely useless at stealth, but he's aware he's not like skilled in it.
If only somebody could make him invisible and fine-sized and able to fly.
That'd be helpful. Wait, don't we have someone like that?
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
I'm busy.
No, I mean, don't we have someone like that with us right now called the Familiar?
The familiar
Or
doesn't have the
Edilon or
ability to
whatever.
tell where it is.
Yes. Unless you have locate object ready to go and merge with the familiar.
Yeah,
something.
I don't have that on my spell list.
No.
Oh, tough titty wings. You sure you guys don't want to smoke? I don't mean the hookah. I mean, I'll share my pipe. We kill you guys.
I think I'm getting enough smoke just sitting in this room.
Probably, yeah.
I'd like to disagree with it killing me, but I'd rather not.
Well, looking at those two men over there, the fact you don't normally smoke,
You see that most of the exhaled smoke and loose smoke just drifts up to the ceiling, where it slowly seeps through gaps in the ceiling boards.
I would not want to be the person whose room is up there.
Yeah, you can't even be sure if there is a room up there, or if it's an attic, or hell, if it
Considering how
goes
tight
straight to
this
the
place is, I'm
outside.
betting he uses it for someone. Someone he doesn't like.
Oh.
I'm patient. I got nowhere to be unless someone like comes over here and is like, okay, stop taking up room in our smoke room. I'm good where I am. I'm not gonna go. Sorry. I'm not gonna go wandering after Lindhall because number one, I'd get lost. Number two, even if we found him, we wouldn't really accomplish anything except scare the shit out of him. And possibly catch him with his pants down, and that's a sign I never want to see. Ever. For any reason. Period.
Yeah, let's avoid that if at all possible.
So yeah, unless he screams for help, I see no reason to be concerned until at least an hour has passed. Maybe 30 minutes if we're that fucking nervous.
So there's no way to tell what direction
Showing
the
him
item's
5
in
minutes.
without...
Woo!
Well, you
I
can
can hand you
point
my
your
compass and him
you
good
can
luck
point
with
your
you.
arm and say there, but
Well, if he does that, I can tell him what direction that's in.
That would be helpful to know.
Okay, what direction does he point?
He points 2 marks south of west.
Alright, tell them that's 2 marks south of west. If you want to try and convince them to let us see that particular part of the place, that's your business.
You have the highest charisma. Go talk them up.
Can certainly try.
Could, but it might tip our hand a bit early.
Yeah.
I mean, generally places like this don't want to give up something that's valuable.
Ultimately, that's something you do after Lindog gets back and goes, I don't have it.
Pretty
or he
much.
gets back and he does have it.
Because until we know that, there's a small chance we might be able to just get it and have no one know.
The only reason I really cast Locate Object was to know that it is, in fact, here. Because the location is great, but, well, it could have been in the sewers.
Well, we also took a while to get here.
Yeah.
So, what you doing? Or are you going to continue to wait? I know Garazin's doing that.
I'm still actually just checking over spells and stuff for if there's anything that would stop the armor check penalty to stealth, but I don't think there is.
I vaguely remember one that involved, like, reducing armor check penalties or something, but that was like all I could think of. There was like a second level spell, wizard and sorcerer. I don't remember what it was.
So far, the only thing that's come to my mind is combining 3 different spells, and it probably still wouldn't work because of that.
It's weird how there's not really any spells to reduce that. You'd think that'd be something like high on the priority list of spells we need to invent for the army, but oh, there it is.
Well, there's effortless armor where it no longer slows your speed, but...
Yeah, but that's just kind of not really what you're thinking of. It's like, what's the main problem with having an army that heavy plate? Like, you can't climb a fucking 2-foot hill, so...
Well, historically, most people in heavy plate were on horses. So.
True, but this is D&D land where things are weird.
And where bows cost more than ladders.
Yeah. If I get 2 bows, if I get a ladder and split it in half with string between them, I'll have 2 bows and sell them for a massive profit.
A ladder costs less than a pole, so you buy a ladder, split it into 2 poles, and sell the poles back for more money than the ladder cost. Repeat ad infinitum.
I am not
Yeah.
rich.
So, meanwhile, upstairs. Lindal, you and your commanded captive audience.
I don't know. What other question should I ask this person?
Well, you know where your ring is, you know who has it, and you're fairly aware that the person, even though she says she's not there, she might actually be here just in a different room, or maybe her ring got taken by the boss man. So, really, at this point, you just need to harangue the boss. At least that's my thought on the matter. I mean, unless you think there's something else she could tell you, like, I don't know, one of his dark secrets. Tell me his darkest secrets.
Did Amelia mention which client gave her this ring?
Not that I heard. She's more talkative with the other girls, though.
Did you find the one whore that everyone hates?
Yeah, probably. I can always pay for the with her, then specifically request Amelia next and dominate her. Okay. So, how long has it been since I came in here?
Probably about...
Sorry, how many minutes? You cut out when you were
4
saying the number.
minutes-ish.
Okay. Okay, you know what we're going to do right now? Spend the next 40 minutes acting like you're having the best sex you've ever had in your life. If anybody tells you I'm the greatest lover you've ever had, and once I'm out of your sight, you're going to forget I asked you any questions.
All you will remember is the sex ever. Ever.
This is technically unethical, but I guess she does get some enjoyment out of it, doesn't she?
It is unethical, but dominate person in itself was already unethical. He's already taken that bridge.
Turned that bridge ages ago.
Yes, I've been slightly unethical.
A little bit.
Murdering
It
that
says
guy
that
for no
there's lots
reason
of
was a
bridges and he's
slight
been crossing
problem.
them this whole time. It's
So
a bridge
I
of
will-
wanton murder. That's a popular one.
Yeah, so I will wait out. I will wait out the hour.
By an hour.
I paid for the hour. Well, I was planning on paying for the hour. It's the
Well,
standard time.
Yeah, okay.
It's suspicious if I leave early.
I suppose it is, isn't it? Tag on.
After about 20 minutes of and of you sitting down in a corner while she goes through excited motions on the bed. After about 20 minutes of that, you hear a light tap a door.
Who is it?
It's the house. Hurry up in there. Not paying it up for that much credit.
Okay, just give me a minute. I whisper in her ear, you can stop that now.
She ceases suddenly and abruptly.
I'm just putting my clothes on. If anybody asks, you will back that up. Okay, I'm coming to the door now.
God, you're terrible at this. Or you're amazing. I really don't know which anymore. You're
And I
magical.
open the
That's
door,
true.
at which point they're going to kidnap me, probably, because I failed that perception so bad.
There's a large-ish man standing in the hall. He gestures his chin back towards the stairs.
Okay, so who do I see about payment?
That's where I'm taking you.
Awesome. This is the part where 6 guys jump me and murder me. I will follow the man.
Hey. You follow him over to the stairs, and he gestures you to the follow him to the left here. When you came to the stairs, you came from the right.
Okay. I see nothing suspicious, actually. If I
Well, either there's a second entrance or he's leading you somewhere else before he leads you out. Think of it, you didn't see any kind of money chest or anything back at the entrance, but hey, could have been behind all those damn curtains. Either way, he seems just stoically leading you.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow him for now. Just be ready to shift if I need to.
Leads you round a couple of corners of the maze of curtains. Do you find yourself in a small end where there's a man sitting at a table, coin, maybe 3 silvers, maybe 3 golds in the whole pile, but otherwise it's mostly just copper and silver bits, and he's counting them out, taking them for being authentic. Small pile of wooden coins tossed on the floor in the other corner, and he's also got a knife stuck in the table. Glances up at you. All right, you were up there with Marissa. North. It was too good for one of our girls on the floor, were you?
Look at me. I'm God's gift.
Wow.
Sorry, I missed that last bit, but I had to grab a drink. What?
Actually, I didn't hear it either. Look at me. I
Look
didn't
at
hear
me.
anything
I'm
else.
God's gift.
What?
Well, you
There's so many
definitely
questions
think you. Was that? He turns halfway, and you see that there's a small boy out at the small boy leaning through a curtain. All right, get out of here. Alrighty, so you've got your 13 silver for the services rendered today.
Yeah, sure. 13 silver. Here you go.
Good, and did you get everything you were looking for? The boss tells me to keep this happy attitude on for people. Make sure they get what they wanted.
Oh, I'm quite satisfied for the moment. Although, Marissa did mention that Amelia may be more fun to have soon.
Oh, did she? Well, you can ask for her next visit. I'm afraid she's not with us today.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Well, yes.
So, I will be collecting my bodyguards now. I'll be seeing you real soon.
I reckon you will. Albert will see you all the way out. And suddenly you are grabbed from behind.
Ah!
If you scream like a girl, we'll come running. Okay, actually, don't scream like a girl. Scream like anything but a girl, then we'll come running. Because you probably hear a lot of girls screaming right now.
Ah! I hate sex.
That'll do it. We come running.
Of course, we have to actually be able to hear it.
That's actually really smart of him for to yell, because out of all the things he could yell, that's the one thing we're like gonna immediately notice and like run towards, thinking it's him, because that's like the last thing anyone ever would yell in here.
Okay, what's he doing to me?
That's
Manhandling you.
That's versus
And
that's
hopefully
versus
that's
your
everything.
flat-footed CMB. Or CMD, rather.
I think I'm the only one in the group who has like a significantly good CMD, like without like magicking it.
Considering my normal CMD is 17.
Yep, I'm the only one.
Mine's 44 when I've actually got my bonuses running.
Okay, so that's a good one then. And so me and Fulton. Okay, I guess the two physical guys kind of make sense for us to have good ones.
Anyways, there is now a black hood over your head and some burly man's arm wrapped around your throat.
Of course there is.
My turn?
Yes.
Well, he just made a huge mistake.
Which part is that, other than pissing off a wizard?
I shift outside of the room.
Poof!
All right. What direction?
Just right outside the door. I should have been able to know where the door is.
There wasn't really doors. It's just a maze of these curtains. So just
Okay.
back to where you came into this this little area.
Yeah, about 5 feet back.
How dare you assault a wizard! Followed by lightning.
Because then, fuck these guys.
Lightning!
You bamf 10 feet backwards and are now standing without a man's hand around your throat and with a black bag over your head.
I don't have to bring anything I don't want to with me.
Just includes the bag.
Dimension door specifies that.
Unless, you want to bring the bag with you.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
don't.
Maybe it's
Very
a
well.
nice bag.
It acts as dimension door. Dimension door specifies you don't need to bring objects you don't want to bring with you.
Gotcha. Okay, 10 feet back.
So, dazing wall of fire emanating into the room they're in.
And just sort of layering it until there's no more room but more fire.
Isn't this place made of wood?
Yeah,
Yes!
Okay.
we might need to leave.
Oh, boy.
How many
we might need to-
innocent
I think we
whores
might
are
need to
gonna
leave.
die now?
It actually occurs to me we might need to leave the district, not just this house, like the district, because that's going to spend fast. I don't think
wall
they have
of
a
fire
set,
doesn't
like-
set fire to things. I don't think it says it does.
It's fire.
It is
It deals-
magic fire.
Yeah, it's magic. It deals damage to creatures, not to objects.
Oh, okay, so it's just sort of scary.
Yeah, it specifically says that it deals it deals damage to creatures. Let's see. Dazing Wall of Fire is level 4.
Yes.
I'm just checking the dazing DC. Will save versus DC 23 in order to avoid the daze effect on it.
Okay, 1 second.
That's assuming they don't have fire resistance. Neither of them are right in it, are they?
There was actually 2 guards behind you by the time you bamfed out. So there's just the guy who was at the desk and the 2 guys who were behind you but are now in front of you.
Okay, and yeah, neither of them are right in the wall of fire, I mean.
No, they'll be in the, assuming you draw this right across your toes, they'll be in the first 10 feet.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay. So, the dude inside. Burped. And his two cohorts. That looks like they're all dazed.
What's going on? Fair, what?
Pardon me. Okay, so a nice crackling fire appears across the floor in front of you.
I sort of want
Yes,
to know
wall
what
of
their general health is.
yeah, wall of fire will not damage objects unless they're undead creatures.
Yeah, I sort of want to know what their general health is. I need to see what my skilled heal is. That's 0. Okay.
The fire erupts up, and you do not hear any struggles or thumping about or shouts from the other side from the other side of the curtain of fire.
Awesome. Oh yeah,
You
right.
do, however, hear a pair of young boys scampering out from under the from some curtains and running past you. And you notice that that you cannot hear their footfalls at all once they get more than about 15 feet away from you.
That's interesting.
Well, these
Let's
guys,
see.
I'm going to leave these guys where they are for the next few minutes. So.
Enjoy the oven, guys. Bye.
Could you roll me a perception?
They're all secretly imps. They don't care about fire. It's the dazing that's pissing them off.
All right. What is your intent next?
Scream for help. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to fly down the stairs and fly towards the entrance at max speed, screaming.
You are downstairs.
Oh, okay, yeah, right. Okay.
Like a banshee, or
Yeah, I'm gonna. Okay, bad stuff's going on, guys. Come help me.
well, that's him.
That is
No,
the
no.
cue to go.
Well,
And
yes.
douse my pipe.
All right. You not yet. You guys don't. You turn to start heading that way. You notice that this section of the building is apparently back in the corner. Like there's an actual wall alongside you here. And it is only as you lift your feet off the floor and get ready to start moving at top speed that you notice a wooden panel slide open, and someone steps out in front of you.
I then shoot him.
Ah, my face.
Not you guys, Lindahl.
Ah.
Someone steps out in front of you. He's about 8 foot tall and is wearing this huge suit of copper-looking armor.
I shift 30 feet away and keep running.
Well, aren't you a tall one?
Hey, I found someone for Fulton to fight. Go get him.
At least those other guys are going to be out for a bit.
Check.
That's they're dazed for 4 rounds. Every time they fail that, and it refreshes every round they fail it.
Yeah.
That
He
is a
takes
mean
one-
spell.
Yeah, dazing wall of fire. I don't see that in any guides. I don't know why.
This figure, whose eyes you cannot see through the slit of his helmet, takes one look at the fire and strides toward you to swing his great axe at your head.
Oh shit! I don't got any AC.
Not the face.
have
What's the
that convince me.
face? Watch him have like 3 different critical
I'll see
feats.
the rest of you. I'll see you guys in 2 to 4 months.
God damn it! You gotta. I'm just gonna buy you like a shield that you just huddle behind.
Just use your token on loot and inventory. Okay. The good news is that only a lot, and that's the end of his turn.
Good thing I got
Ow, my
lots of
face.
these. I'm going to
My beautiful face.
I'm going to shift as far as I can down the hall.
Okay. There's no straight hall that long, but you just aim 45 feet that way, and
Well,
appear...
I want to be in sight of him. I want to be able to cast.
All right, you're about 15 foot on the far side of him.
That'll do.
That's fine. I'm going to attempt to turn him into a plate. This seems like the kind of
Alright.
thing where I could die, and I think it's worth using my last polymorph of the day for it.
Sure.
You are now a toad. Be gone.
Yeah, because if I turn him into a plate, we can get out of here. I can break the plate. He'll die, turn back to normal, and I can take his stuff.
Yes, this is true. Does the plate wear armor? I don't know.
When you kill somebody when you break something, a person who's polymorphed into something you can break, when they come back they're dead, but their stuff isn't.
Alrighty. Turn him into a plate then.
I'll have to see how long he stays a plate, but yeah, we'll see if it works first. Sorry, fort save.
Yep. What spell level is polymorph any object again?
Level 8,
You?
27 DC.
7.
Of course, it's a fort save, and this guy seems very forty.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Roll fortitude.
Tim or me or oh dear.
Yay.
You become a plate.
He had spell turning.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
There is a slight clattering as a delicate porcelain plate lands on the floor.
I'll see you guys in 2 to 4 months.
A copper figure strides over to it, picks it up, and walks back through the secret panel from whence he came.
Well, you're not dead.
Is this just going to happen every time Lindell separates from the group?
It might, and he might deserve it at this rate.
certainly
Every time he
hope
separates,
so,
he also tries to kill
actually.
innocents. So
I can't complain. This is hilarious.
Meanwhile, about a minute later, you guys are still sitting there enjoying your,
you didn't hear any of it?
Yeah, didn't he yell?
Pretty loudly.
Yeah, he didn't have time to yell before that happened, and he was still behind the silence wall when he did. He bamfed to the far side of it
I hope
and
they
cast
realize
his
on some
spell
level
without...
we're still here, and we're gonna wonder where he went.
Yeah,
and we might get violent.
It's only about a minute after these events, for which synchronization you have no idea of, that you notice that there's starting to be people running past you, and there's something more acrid touch to the smoke in the air. Chris, could you please turn your fan away from your microphone?
No, I'm sorry. I had the button pushed down by accident. Hold on.
Thanks. Finally, someone sober seems to run past and shouts at you guys, "Come on, there's a fire! We gotta get out!"
Oh, all right then. See, I guess I stand up ferociously and
It's an event
look at my
wall
friends and go, Lindahl first, fire after. Come on.
Agreed.
we're gonna go try and find Lindhall and/or the guy in charge of this place, and then drag his arse with us.
Alrighty.
I
So-
hate you and I hate your stupid plates. I'm gonna break this smash.
Well, I killed Lindhall. Oh, well.
I'm just gonna look up how long I'm gonna stay up late for.
Kingdom, not class, not related. Same or lower. I'm
A while.
I'm reading that'll be an hour.
Not that bad.
Yeah, it's not like you were it's not like you were trying to turn him into a humanoid doll. And it would be 3 hours.
Yeah, +2, 1 hour, yep. Same or lower intelligence. It's the only thing on the table it's got.
Yep. Okay, so you guys set up. There's still the
That's my
two
pie, put it
completely
away, get the
stoned
gun
guys
out.
here.
We can come back to that. if necessary.
Yeah, we're pretty sure it's not going to spread that fast. So, yeah, that's my pipe, get my gun out, and let's go find Lindell.
All right.
Drawing
You're standing in
sword
a
shield.
maze of colorful curtains, all alike.
Fulton, start cutting those down and marking the places we've been with your sword.
That is fine with me. I will do just that.
Just plow through the walls.
I might, if it comes to that.
Come on, Skullhat, that's your specialty.
No, well, yes, but it's not, Gore's specialty. At least he has to use the gun, and I don't want to waste the ammo. And I might kill you if I do that.
Come on, making DMs calculate the the HP of walls is your thing.
When we come across the secret panel we can't open, then I'll do it.
If.
Nah. Well, I'm a dwarf. I get secret door catchery.
Mm-hmm. So, Fulton starts cutting down curtains to give you guys better avenues of sight.
Basically, he
Find-
cuts out a curtain, we look inside. If there's nothing interesting, he marks the side of the door with his sword, and then we do the next one. Just keep doing it.
There are no doors, remember. It's just hanging.
Side of the wall where the curtain was, Just a simple mark so we know we've been in that one. It's basic, tunnel strategy.
You're marking where you've been easily enough by cutting down the curtains that were there.
Yeah, but there's no guarantee
Just
people
roll a
aren't
bar.
already cutting.
Just roll a ball of yarn behind you.
And then actually bring a ball of yarn.
I will just
Rope.
continue to cut down curtains until we see something. Namely, where the hell this fire is.
That too, yeah.
After cutting down about 3 or 4, you notice that the fire seems to be coming from the Gorison quickly consults north corner of the building.
Up there. Let's go. We head towards the fire, because...
It is a safe assumption that wherever the fire started is likely to be near where Lindall is.
Yeah, he kind of does that.
Yeah.
As you approach, you experienced adventurers can clearly see that this is a wall of fire. It is definitely causing smoke to rise from the other things in the room, but it doesn't look like it's actually going to spread fire all over the place.
Is there anyone in it?
It's opaque.
Alright,
There's no screaming.
There's no screaming.
No one Lindhall. There probably was or is someone or something in there. So he's either blocking off this side. He's blocking off a side. That's what this is for. He's trying to block off a side. So we need to get to the other side as well. So we came this way. And he's not here, so we need to get to the other side.
Oh no.
I'm not going to run through it. I'm not stupid.
Please no.
How do we douse this exactly?
You can't.
It's a wall of fire.
Dispel it? You got powers like that, right, Fulton? Either of you got, dispellery? I can shoot it, but that won't help. Wait, hold on, maybe it will help. Is there, okay, you say it takes this room. Is there a room next to this room?
Yes.
Cool.
And when I say room, I mean sets of hanging curtains.
Yeah, but the wall of fire is limited to this room. If I shoot through the wall next to this room and just keep going straight, just straight through the wall, keeping the fire on my right side, I should get out on the end that where the other side of the fire is.
Seems reasonable.
Okay, so shoot the wall. Mark this wall. Do you want me to start marking off ammo shots for each shot? Because
You
well.
tear down the curtain by hand. I've no idea why you think you need a gun to rip through cheap through cheap blankets and occasional
I didn't know if
silk.
there was like a full-sized room. It might have just been like a closed-off like wall there. I don't know. I don't have a map.
There are two solid walls bracketing the space where this fire is filling, but the other two walls, well, one of them's fire right now, and the other one is just curtain. You tear down that curtain and see into that space from the side.
Wall of curtain would be an awful spell.
Yeah, wood.
Wall of fabric.
I could go prepare to spell magic right now, but it'd take 15 minutes, of course.
Yeah, we don't got 15 minutes to do this. Do I
Actually,
see anything from this side?
That would be an awesome second level spell. Can I research that?
Pardon me.
Unless it's a wall of fabric that like grapples people, I don't see it being very useful.
Also,
you make the fabric and you sell it. It's like Wall of Stone.
Wall of stone has never uses though. Anyway,
You
do
get
I see
privacy
anything
in
from
your mansion.
Do I see anything from this side? Now that I've removed that curtain.
Yes, you do. You see three men who are standing dumbfounded in the flames, with bad blisters and burns appearing all over their bodies, but they don't seem to be doing much about it. They look stoned.
Yeah, we need to get them out of there. Any thoughts?
Beyond just grabbing them?
I might jump in there. I'm covered in explosives. Guess what happens if I jump in there?
That'd be great. You guys jump in there and get dazed too.
I want to get dazed. I'd explode. Boom! Everyone dead.
One of
half
them-
block gone.
One of them suddenly lifts his hands towards his face, screams, "Ah! Ah!" and then goes glass-eyed again.
Yeah, we need to save these guys. Hold on. Do you guys have magic? Do something.
Out
Summon
of character.
something.
The problem with magic is you have to look over your spell list every time you want to see if you can do something.
Well, your characters have it memorized, so I don't think it takes that much time to do.
Fulton pulls out a scroll that has all the names of the cleric spells written on it.
Give me a second. Which ones did I prepare again? At least, like, heal them, channel energy or something at them.
That is most certainly a thing I can do.
At least
I was
you can
actually
keep them
checking.
alive. At least they can obviously take the hit, so just heal them a bit.
Yeah, you could definitely research a level 2 spell that's minor creation that can only make curtains.
And that would lower the spell level some.
Yeah, lowering utility lowers the spell level, yeah.
Fulton will channel energy, because that is a useful thing to do here.
Alrighty.
To heal them, because they're
Great
on
big
fire.
beam in their face.
No. Don't worry, we'll keep you alive long enough for us to figure out you betrayed our friend and then beat you to death.
And
The
then he
area
will,
glows in a pleasing light.
and then he will just walk in and try to grab one.
Alrighty.
You are kind of a brick of fortitude saves and will saves, so go for it.
Yeah, it's just
Roll
will
your
saves.
You good. He's on fire, but you know.
You are undazed, mildly burnt, but
Oh,
not
why is he
terribly
rolling a
much.
fort from that?
I was told to roll a 4.
Because I got it the wrong way around, sorry.
Will
Will save
saves?
against the daze.
Yes. Yeah, it's a will save.
Will save. It's even better than my fort save.
It's just what I said, he's a brick of both.
Yeah.
I am a brick of reflex and fortitude. He's a brick of fortitude and will. Like, as long as we keep that in mind, we can handle most situations.
Yeah, so you take that, and you want to drag one of these guys out of there?
Yes.
He's
Alright,
got the muscle for it.
strength check.
Not the best roll ever, but
Use your legs.
It takes you a round longer, but you get him out.
I make sure he's I like poke him with my gun, I suppose. Put out like
I
some
forget, is
excess
fire damage
fire.
reduced by DR?
Not DR,
No.
it has to be resist. So if you
Yeah.
resist fire, you're good.
It's
but-
energy damage, so resistance.
Don't have any right now.
Yep.
Off to go get the second one out.
Right. Oh.
Another strength check.
They're going to immediately try to kick your asses.
I have a gun pointing at them as they're face down well, not face down, but they're on the floor most likely. He just sort of dumps them there.
I'd like to hope they'd be a bit more grateful for being pulled out of a magical fire.
I would hope so, too. Especially
You
with,
drag-
Yes,
You
thank
drag
you for
another
saving
one.
me from the danger that your boss put me in.
I don't know. By the way, Lyndall, minor clarification. Will Fulton need to make another save against dazing every time he
Every
takes
time he's damaged.
Okay.
2 more
So
will
2 more?
saves, please? Good. And
He
if
just
you
does
want
not
to
get
go
it,
in
man.
to get the third guy,
Yep.
1 more.
Another strength check and another will save.
Okay. 6 more, and you've got them all out of there. And the first guy you dragged out seems to come
Doors
to
open.
his sense.
I kneel
Sorry,
over him and go,
Gorson.
"Hey, lad, are you alright? You're on fire."
The man comes to his senses. What's going on here?
I wish he'd tell me that.
He looks around and takes in the fact of you guys.
See, funny thing, that fire over there is magic in nature, and, our friend seems to be missing, and, well, this is the first time I've seen magic fire that is certain particulars. You want to explain why you were sitting in a fire of our little friend's make? I poke him with the business end of my boomstick.
I don't know nothing.
Fulton will cough loudly.
Shoot him just for the bad grammar.
Try again.
Try again with less lying, and, I might not have to hand you over to the big orc that just saved your life and can just as easily take it away. Because, the fire's still going. Still toasty for you.
Your friend a bit of a poof? Metal mask?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know where he went. Just tried to, get him to pay his bill, and he suddenly up and exploded at us.
Admittedly, that doesn't a little...
Somebody sense motive him, please.
Alright, fine. Someone sense motive him.
Because that is
Yeah,
not true.
I'll be working on it.
I don't really have a skill in it, so someone else is going to have to do it. I mean, I'll roll.
That's
but
not
yeah.
at all
No,
what happened, asshole.
Well, he was certainly he was probably truthful right up until the end of paying his bill, and then he went all 50-eyed, thought for a
Try.
second, and then said,
Try again.
Gorson keeps an eye on the other two fellas as well, just if they try and do anything sneaky. Just gonna basically block the only exit with him and a gun, so
"Boss just told me that we were gonna have a talk to him out back first, so he was gonna toss a sack over his head and drag him outside and teach him what for. I don't know what they wanted."
Putting a sack over the head of a wizard is the best plan you could ever come up with.
Truly.
Wizard. That explains the fire, but what's a wizard doing in a whorehouse? You just
Whoring.
They have
summon one
needs?
out of thin air.
Okay, they have needs, but they're not that magic.
The why
That would be worth
doesn't
solid
matter.
gold.
Where would he be?
Do you have
don't
any
know.
others? Do you have any other accomplishments? Is this it? Is this everyone? Who else works here?
Dozens of people.
Who would be called in to deal with this kind of thing?
Me and my buddy here.
That's it? Just you two and your, yeah,
Well, a few others, but it looks like they've all left because of the fire. I'm sure this ain't gonna spread.
900. If it was spreading, we'd all be on fire right now. Let's put it that way.
Right.
This place is made of crap wood. If that was real fire, we'd all be burning alive.
The other two have come to now and are just trying not to get noticed.
I wander over to the establishment leader, I suppose we'll call him, the man in charge, point the business end at him and go, "So, you want to explain?
I'm just the checker. I'm not the boss.
Who is the boss?"
The boss.
I said who, not what, where, and name.
Can I pass like he did?
No.
You seriously want to meet the boss?
I
He's a busy man.
Tell us where he is, and then we might leave you alone.
Also his name, occupation, and whether or not I should be concerned about shooting him in the face.
His occupation is the boss. His name is the boss. As for shooting, I'd rather you didn't.
You're being entirely unhelpful, and I would appreciate it if you changed that outlook quickly.
You do realize that fella's an inquisitor, right? He's, you're gonna want to be back in the fire if you piss him off.
Rather take my chances with the fire.
Exactly. So you might want to start being straight with us. Where do you meet your boss? Like, you know he exists. He obviously pays you. Where does he stay? Where's his like place of home? You know, where would he bring a wizard if he caught one? You know, chipping him or something.
He quite suddenly scrabbles on his feet and dives back in the fire.
I'm gonna make a move to grab
Just
him
go
before he
haul
does
his ass
that.
back out. I heal him and drag his stupid ass back out.
While they're distracted by that, the other two guys start making a run for it. Shinolar, can you do anything to stop them?
I take my AO and shoot the legs out from under them.
You don't, you're grabbing for the first guy.
No, I said Fulton grab for the first guy.
I'm grabbing the first guy.
He's in the fire. I was just like, yeah, whatever, go get him. I'll take care of these two. Since there's absolutely no way they can get 15 feet away from me before I shoot them both in the legs, and there's a 100% chance I'm going to shoot them in the legs, should I even bother rolling other than just taking and not getting a 1? So I'm going to nail them in the legs, and then they just sort of fall prone and done.
Using a slug?
Yeah.
Roll your d20.
Oh, okay, reroll that. Lucky hammer saved me. God damn it.
Where are they trying to run to?
Okay, fine. I have more than one AOO in a turn. I've got quite a few, actually. So how many AOOs do I get against these guys as they're moving? One of them gets nailed immediately as he moves his first distance.
While you're effectively flat-footed, no, you don't get AOOs. You're turning and shooting before they can get out of range.
Excuse me while I keep shooting them in the legs.
They turn a corner.
I shoot through the wall.
And yeah, okay. So you got one, but you didn't get him down.
Well, no, I didn't. I'm not trying. I'm shooting them in the legs. It's a grit point thing.
You need to. I know you need to declare that before you use it by name.
Okay. Targeting legs.
Okay, targeted shot. Let me just quickly look that up.
On a hit, the target is damaged normally and knocked prone. Creatures that have 4 or more legs that are immune to troop attacks are immune to this effect. Okay, it costs 1 grit point. Regardless of part targeted.
Yes.
I have 4. I have used 1. No, I've used 2 because I tried to hit him. So 2. So I have 2 left. And I guess I'll just keep using them until I hit the other guy.
Or, there's the summoners and a chance to do anything yet.
There's that too. Yeah, I used 2 because I made 2 shots, one of which hit, one of which didn't. So yeah, one of them is though prone.
Well, if they're out of sight by now, there's not much I can do.
Summon something, go chase it down. Or...
Sure, but
summon a cat, go get it.
Or what if she was doing while Grazin was shooting, which was before they were completely out of sight?
Yeah, you had a round of opportunity while both were in sight. What would you like to try to do during it?
All I need to know is how wide is the area behind them,
Behind? Like between you and them?
where they're trying to flee to.
The guy I hit took 21 points of damage by me shooting him in the legs, by the way. He has to take that because that's how that works.
Yeah.
So the prone guy has to get some damage, but otherwise.
Yeah. So there's about 15 feet between where you had them propped up and the nearest wall that they can turn to get behind, which is also the side of the stairs. But they're not going to be able to cross those 15 feet, which, by the way, there's 15 feet between them and you. They're not going to be able to get there till their next turn.
I still have other shots then.
Yeah. Just type that.
I know,
Yeah, let's just surround him with a wall of stone. I'm done with this.
Okay.
At least it's concave so they can't run away. If they want to run through us, fine.
I believe that has to start with some natural stone already. Yes, adjoining rocks and pieces.
Hell.
You got any other kind of walls?
Fine.
Or there's something big and scary between them and like on the other side of them, so it's like they have to go through that. Summon a mimic and make it turn into a wall. There, problem solved.
We might be tempted to become a bed and attack our cleric.
No, not again.
This time he has a convenient fire to throw it into.
Ah. So
that might be a bad idea. Whatever.
Okay.
Screw it.
Tentacles.
Everyone loves black tentacles.
That'll probably work. Okay.
Just starts at them and keeps going until
D20 plus 22. And a second time for the other one. Okay.
Stay caught.
That wraps them up in black tentacles where they begin struggling, but they'll have a hard time getting out of that grasp.
And I'm trying to catch the guy who jumped to the fire.
Right, so...
You're gonna catch him. He's gonna fail his save, inevitably, and you won't, and you'll just drag his dumbass out again.
A simple combat maneuver, if you please.
Honestly, I think it might be enough.
Actually, yeah, he doesn't have much in the way of CMD. So you grab him by the ankle and drag him back.
You throw him with the tentacles.
Are
sit
you
on him, whichever you
trying to make us angry? Is that what this is?
I think they are. Hold on, let me manacle one of them. I get out the manacles. Actually, yeah, let's see. I have... What do we have?
Better some unknown terrors than facing the boss.
You really underestimate the unknown terrors, then, feller. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Which one of these fellows looks the most valuable to you, Fulton?
Which one is the one who's not, like,
a thug,
wearing armor?
There's just the two guys. All three of these guys are just wearing simple street clothes, and those two that are clearly the guards, they're just bigger. They're just thugs.
So the not thug is the one I'm going to chain up.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to chain him up with our mithril manacles, mithril fetters, lock them both superior locks, give him a funny look, like, get out of that, sucker. And what about the other two? I guess the other two we can just tie with a rope because they're not as big a concern. I mean, rather than not get away for the sake of not wanting this boss, but for now, rope and tentacles. I'll do
it. They're shouting in a fair bit of peril, what with being juggled by those black tentacles.
They're not crushing you. Stop whining.
So, I'll ask this time. Where is your boss? And time for more intimidate.
Also lead us to him. I mean, I doubt they're going to tell us the truth. Lead us to him, you piles of crap.
Resin, you snatch you've tied up one of the thugs just fine, and you're snatching the other out to try and get a good enough grip on him to tie up. Could I get a perception check from you, and
Certainly.
from Shinalar?
A 36 from me.
Okay.
Increased if it's stone, but I don't think anything here is stone.
Yeah, no. No.
I get +2 on that from my Eidolon actually being out. I have alertness right now.
Perfect. Okay. Garazin, you're just trying to remember how to tie a slip knot when you hear a thump over to the side of you, and so
Hello.
you are not caught flat-footed when a copper great axe is coming down towards your head.
I'm a dwarf. I headbutt the axe.
That seems like a bad idea.
Yeah.
Actually, what's hilarious is that we have feats called like Cloven Helm and so on that where that actually is a good thing. I'm kidding. Not about the feats, but I'm not headbutting the fucking axe.
Yeah, just a second.
That's a fighter dwarf, not a me dwarf. Am I actually wearing? No, I don't have the adamantine dwarven boulder helmet, which is one of the best items ever. So with those feats, you can literally just like, oh look, a crit, thunk. Nope, I'm good. Dwarf. So I'm not flat-footed if someone tries to nail me with an axe.
As you do.
I haven't seen a check roll, so I can't tell you if he's hit yet.
Yeah, I know. Just give me a second. I'm making the necessary tweaks to this map. Right, no. All still with me?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Good, good. Let me know when the map's loaded for everyone.
Why am I prone?
I see it.
Okay, there we go.
I was tying people, that'd be why.
Yes.
I don't seem to be anywhere,
Oh god, who's the Colossus?
so I can't see what's going on because I don't have a token.
Yeah, let's see. Go
Here,
ahead and roll.
I'll add you there. That give you vision?
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, I used the completely wrong color for this then. Bug?
I hate you and your plates. Smash.
I really hope his plate isn't on his person, because I'm about to start shooting this man.
Well, if I am, I'm
Yeah.
equipment, so you can't damage me.
Okay.
Just for the shits and giggles, I will sunder your plate.
Yeah, as per game mechanics, if I'm on his person, I'm equipment, and you can't damage me by shooting him.
Okay, and in this first round, only him and Garazin will be acting. Alright, now, about that great axe.
Take your swing, son of a bitch. That's it.
Barely.
Okay, so fort save.
Yep.
$26. Spell, so add 2. Sorry, dwarf, so 28.
Alright, you pass.
Dwarf.
And you get a standard or move.
So how did he get here? Is there like a hole in the wall or something?
There is a
You know what? Wait, why do I
panel.
care? It's going to be a hole in the wall in a second. He blowout shot, dickhole.
Mhm.
Hold on. I just want to make sure I can actually do this correctly. Yep. Yeah, nothing says I can't do it as a standard because it's effectively a no action. It's just you put special powder for a crit point. So yes. All right. So I'm making an attack effectively with
Okay.
scatter.
You're going to need to draw your weapon. Your hands were busy tying something.
Oh, you got a
Back
good
in
point.
just a second.
In that case, I'll just 5-foot roll. Scoot my bum back this way.
Um,
You can 5-foot step while prone. It's pretty established.
Yeah,
right,
it's
but
not
that's all tentacles.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll go. Well, I'm kind of in a pickle, aren't I?
a little bit.
Well, you know what else I can do? 5-foot roll here and drop my gun. Actually, he can't take a swing. Screw him. Can he take a swing? I forget. Drawing a weapon draws AOO, right?
I actually don't remember.
I know in 3.5 it doesn't, but I don't know if they changed that.
I completely forget.
I'm looking.
I was too busy checking if I could apply my stigmata to a certain thing.
There we go. Draw a weapon. No attack of opportunity. So yeah, you wouldn't get one.
Cool.
So I'm just going to move over here, draw out my gun, and just give him the most bored look that ever existed. Also, did I take the damage? No, I didn't. Ow, fucker. I've got a gun. I'm going to win this fight.
Okay, what's up?
I 5-foot stepped, so do that while prone, and drew my weapon. That's all. And I discovered that drawing weapon does not draw an AOO.
Wait a minute. Oh, wait.
A 5-foot while prone?
Yeah, you can do that apparently. I remember very specifically we looked this up multiple times. Yes, you can do that.
No, we looked it up and found you can't do that.
I thought we looked up and said we could. Damn it, people. Fine, I just draw my weapon. Doesn't really matter where I'm moving, you can still swing at me. Or I'm in tentacles, and that's anyway.
Okay. Shinalar. A large, imposing armored figure in big orange armor has stepped out of a secret compartment that opened in the wall and just tried to take Garazin's head off.
No time spent. Let's just summon something. Go for the gold high level standby.
The Gala.
This is going to be a one cramped fighting environment.
Yeah, it's actually, sorry, it's abstract, but you can only take a 5-foot step if your speed is 5 feet or less, and being dropped to prone makes your speed 5 feet.
Okay, that is pretty abstract.
Now that you guys can see it, there is the gate. There's the hole, and because you guys all have dark vision, you can see there seems to be some sort of storage room or something beyond.
Lad, you went and swung at that armored dwarf. I'm going to leave an imprint of you on that wall.
Alrighty. So the Izada, which, if I remember right, does get to act on the turn it arrives. Oh, your summon is a standard action, not a...
Yes, it's a standard. So
Which is why it...
Okay. Well, open with the reliable and see what it does.
Kick the crap out of whoever the stupid bastard is.
Or, just wang its sword off of its armor.
That too.
Anything
Your
else
armor is
your
very
turn?
impressive. I have a gun. Bang, bang, bang.
What was that? I couldn't hear over.
Anything else your turn?
She will go ahead and take a step back. Just moving a little bit away.
Pardon me. Alrighty, let's see here. Another one appears at the doorway and tries to cut down the gala. That shouldn't have been a /self. Second. Oh, right, because I was testing that macro. Let's try that again in clear. 4 versus AC 28.
Okay, so these things have a pretty good chance to hit.
25 and...
I have no idea if an angel would be immune to whatever the hell this is. Oh wait, sorry, it's Zata. Sorry, so one of those, the chaotic version.
It is fine. And the other one who is in the room... Ooh, it's got a couple options.
Cleave. Oh wait, it's not a dwarf. You can't do the super cool cleave thing I could do. God, I love the dwarf feats.
Okay, it is going to take its first swing at Garazin. $45.
Hits. Another save, I presume?
Yep.
36, plus another 2 because dwarf.
You're fine. Next one is at Fulton.
Can I get a full attack? This thing is going through the wall.
That does not hit in any way.
Why does it not hit you?
Because my AC's higher.
No, he rolled lower. That's fucking why.
Well, yes, and it's iterative.
And then he leans back and chucks axe between his legs, where it ricochets off the floor and comes up at Shinalar.
Well, Fulton really wet himself when that happened.
That's gonna hit.
And that was really cool. Just, establish that.
And after taking a chunk out of you, the axe continues spinning in the air and starts orbiting around Fulton back towards the armored man.
Show off.
Garazin.
Hi, this is my gun. It's gonna put you through a wall now. Bang, bang, bang. Let's see. That's the one. Click my heels as a free action, sitting on the floor to give myself haste.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, though, I think that's everything. It's really all I do is just shoot a lot. Yep, that looks to be everything. So I'm gonna have 3 of these. Two. 3, and then the irritatives, which I have 1, 2, 3 more.
And I can't remember, do you draw AOOs for your...
Nope.
Okay.
So you crit on a 20 only?
Yeah, only on a 20.
Damn.
Whoops, I forgot to add the fact I have a +1 on all those because of haste, but I do not think it matters as it's goddamn touch attacks. And yeah, he is my only declared target in that cone, so...
Yep.
Doof, doof, doof. There might not be a wall here anymore, but, you know...
Okay, only declared target means it's plus 13?
Add 13 more damage on each one.
Yep.
So, like, the first one is 25 plus 13, and so on, so on, so on. It is a plus 5 weapon. The bullets aren't adamantine, though. It's just the gun itself, so, yeah. The bullets count as plus 5 in terms of DR reduction stuff, so... And that's effectively my turn, because that's a full attack, and I can't really do anything else. I'm fine sitting here. I'm good. I can aim up. I'm used to aiming up.
Okay. Your gun blasts numerous holes in the armor, and a rather foul-smelling black ooze starts pouring out through the wounds.
Ew.
Fulton.
They're noob Cybot.
Yeah.
Okay. Fulton starts a stigmata.
Finish it, maybe?
Speaking of
Yeah.
foul smelling ooze,
Yay, more ooze for everyone.
How much is the bleeding? 4. Okay.
So
Take
listen,
why did
one-
I do this to myself? Oh
So I
no!
put holes all in this thing, so the only thing coming out is like black ooze. You know, I don't see like human blood or anything.
Nope.
And yeah, Fulton's
Oh,
just
they're
gonna
not human.
hit the thing.
Okay.
Oh, that
Bang. Oh, if you
stigmata
put a step
gives-
over there, you can get a flanking and really beat the shit out of them.
Yeah, might as well. 5-foot step then.
Because these
So
things do seem to have at least
stigmatas.
halfway decent armor, as far as we're aware.
Stigmata's just a swift action, so.
Yep.
So that is a +4 to attack bonuses from that one.
And the +2 for flanking, and then your bunch of attacks to beat the crap out of it.
Yep. Is there a flanking thing in here, or should I just add the +2?
Just add +2.
That's ultimately +6.
You still managed to just spang your sword off his armor.
Well, here's the haste one, or speed from the enchantment.
That one seems
might
to
get
find
through.
a chink to fall through.
That's racist.
Ha ha ha.
Ha.
Sorry.
And that one separates gets right in through a freshly opened gunshot hole through the armor. Takes the helmet of that guy clean off.
And I think I have one more, but should I continue?
He
Well, there's nothing reach to swing at, so feel free to bang on the dead thing.
the body collapses.
What's inside?
Well, there seems to be a body in, and it's leaking this horrible stuff all over Fulton's shoes now.
Awesome.
Ugh. Next turn.
Mhm. At least it's dead.
Benalar. You can see the other one just out there in the beyond the doorway.
Unfortunately, she can't summon because the Eidolon's still out. So
And the island go kick its ass. I don't know.
let's cast haste on the Azada and Gorazin.
Alrighty.
Fulton doesn't need it, so
Yeah, he could have it. It just actually he
mean,
gets him a +1 AC, I think. So
okay, I'll include all of us in it, but yeah.
yeah, because his speed weapon also does give him an extra swing. It doesn't actually increase his AC or his movement speed, while haste does. So might as well. It's something. Yay, haste! I don't have to touch any more of my boots. I mean, it's
Away.
not like it's a waste. I have a lot of boot charges of these things. They're like the most overpowered goddamn thing ever.
Besides that, she'll just be kind of hanging out. In the back.
You don't have to worry
well,
about this guy. He's fettered and manacled with the best in the game, so he's good.
The armored figure steps backwards from the doorway,
If he shuts it, I will laugh. Well, okay, no, shut it.
and it was a withdraw, so the Azada can't AOO him as he goes.
Did the
Jeez, that's
Azada
down.
do anything last turn, though?
She did a swing, I believe. She went on here.
Well, she attacks
no,
on
no.
my turn.
Yeah, you cast haste,
Oh,
and
she
I forgot the
says-
Azada acts on Denalar's turn.
Grapple it. We know who wants to run. It has spells.
Let's see here. Light rays won't really do anything here. Chain lightning isn't particularly great against a single target, so let's go for an AOO. Let's go for a full attack now and see what happens.
Spang, 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 spang.
Yeah, it doesn't have the best attack rolls.
No, it's just rolling really shit. Really shit. I think you summoned like the local bread maker or something of the Azada by accident.
Maybe it's a pacifist.
Or something. I'm an artist, I just draw things. Why do I have a sword? What's going on?
And yes, the armored figure still retreats back into the other chamber.
After it!
Frozen
I stand up.
stands up.
I don't take a move action. I need to keep going, but I can't see, so.
Yeah.
It could have cast Wall of Force.
You move those 15 feet and find yourself in what seems to be a warehouse. Vision is restricted by all kinds of boxes and piles of stuff all around.
Behold, the loot.
And you see two of those armored figures are standing there with their great axes at the ready.
I keep moving. That's 20, 25. Increases by 10, right? Movement speed. Haste. Well, it's 50.
Yep.
So 20 would be my normal, but hasted I have another 10, I think.
You move into the room, and suddenly both figures. Sorry, I just realized one of them was still marked as invisible. I said you saw two, so. And suddenly they move with preternatural speed.
And run into each other because there's not enough room for them both. Okay, he gets shot because AOO.
It does
Your
increase by
mid-
30 feet. Unless
Oh, actually, to double his speed, so he'd only get 20.
So I have 20 feet movement regardless, like I'm a dwarf, so I
No,
always have 20 foot.
extra.
Oh, so I have
you have 40 total.
Okay. And I don't get AOs from this,
This
despite
is
having that much
snapshot you're
room?
using?
Greater snapshot. I have 15 feet of shot to use. We've discussed this. It's one of the very few feats I can take that, improve snapshot, which is the one that gives you greater, just increases the damage. Which is weird, I know, but that's what it does. Improved snapshot gives me a 15-foot area where I can shoot people in if they try and get close.
Ah, gotcha. Now see,
So he's basically moved into it at least once, so I'm gonna shoot him.
Aaliyah had that.
Yep. However, that is if he was using a movement.
Is he flying at me? Teleporting? What the fuck is he doing? If he's approaching me, and I see him approach, I'm going to click the trigger that says bang.
Yeah, what he's done is he set up a combat patrol, and he has a where is it here?
This is going to be some weird interaction, isn't it? Alright, let's see.
Because he's moving through a space adjacent to an ally as well, he's moving by way of escape route.
And that presumably does not draw an AOO.
Yes.
So how did he get from...
Moving through an ally's adjacent space.
Yeah, you get to ignore one.
Yep. and is 1 free per round 5-foot step.
Okay, you're good. Ooh, that means you're the guy I'm going to be shooting next, so you know.
Yep.
Such is life.
God damn it. Sorry, I apparently duplicated this macro, this token, before I was done testing it, so they've all got /self at the start of their attack macros still.
They're banging themselves on the head. That one pings off my armor.
I'm hoping my mask is in here.
That would be nice.
Ready?
Swings his
And-
great axe. Gorzin basically just shifts his gigantic gun and like uses it to parry the blow because it's made of adamantine, and well, it's not like it's going to harm the fucking gun.
Yep, and the other one, as his attack of opportunity to your moving around, hurls his great axe at you.
Let's see. 52 definitely
Ooh.
hits. 47 confirmed, so that's a definite crit.
All right, take your 58 and roll your fort.
Okay, that's really goddamn. Add 2 to that. Dwarf.
Yep, you dwarf it up.
Ow. Me shoulder, you fucker. Stop throwing your shit.
Your movement isn't done yet.
No, it's done. I'm good. I'm good where I am.
Alrighty.
At this point, I'm going to start shotgunning both of them.
Bolton, you hear the clang of axes on armor in the other room.
A shot of dwarf in there.
Yep, following the dwarf. I also can move at 40 feet now, so that's
Yeah,
okay.
we're at the same speed.
That body is so big it counts as difficult terrain.
How big
So
are,
I guess I'll go around it.
I guess they're the big, bulky monster things. I think you got plenty of speed. It's not really that big an issue.
There's 20. Oh, hello.
Alright. Heal me. I'm down 100 health.
You should get healing bullets for your gun so you can shoot yourself in the
That's
face.
not how that works.
Worked in TF2 just fine.
Moving
That's
one
not how
step
that
over
works.
more.
Well, get
The-
positive energy bullets. Do it.
The whelk will
That's not
take a
how
swing
that
at you
works.
as you do so.
That's exactly how that works.
They take my bleed damage, by the way.
No, I mean, I
That
don't
does
have the
not
magic
hit.
to make positive energy bullets.
Buy them.
That'd be one weird cleric. Anyway, go on. I don't think 42 hits. Fulton,
No,
so-
it didn't.
It does not. Debating whether to heal you right now.
I'm down 100 health. And you can tell I'm
You
down because there's a
are.
big axe wound.
Can't the Azada heal him?
She can, yeah. It.
Whatever it is.
Well, the Azada could heal me if you want to. Just swing at this
think
thing
Azada's
instead, but
a
you're not
shield.
exactly in the best position to do so.
The Azada's a the
Well-
Azada's a spellcaster summon anyway. It should be doing stuff like healing.
No, what I want to do is cast this on myself.
Rage. The rage
Calling
fills
upon the
me.
divine power of your patron, you imbue yourself with strength and skill. Luck bonus on attack, weapon damage, strength based for every 3 caster levels.
I cast at level 17.
Yep, so that's good enough to get +5, but not that last +6.
But I do get a +6 because I have the best trait. Fate's Favored, where I get a +1 to any luck bonus I ever get.
Go figure. Okay. +6. You also gain a temporary hit point per caster level. And you get 1 additional attack at full
Yeah,
DAB
that's-
when you make a full attack.
I've already got both haste and speed enchantment, so it doesn't really,
Yeah,
Yeah,
you've got
you know.
like 3 different, like, an extra attack stacking nonsense going on.
Uh-huh.
Which, wouldn't stack because the rules say they don't. So, wish they did, but don't.
So where do I add temporary HP?
They did in
Under
3.5.
heal, you
it was
click
broken.
heal and it should say temp.
The heal macro has a temp option.
They did in 3.5. It was broken. You could also stack. You could also stack keen and improved critical.
Not 3.5.
Yeah, in 3.5
yes,
you can do that.
3.5.
I have the books. No, you
You
can't.
could have a rogue that that critted on a 12.
No, you can have that, but it specifically says under improved critical. Maybe I have a newer 3.5 book, but it very specifically lines you cannot do that. Like it says right there in the feat description.
I am confused about one thing.
Yep.
When it says strength checks, isn't most melee attacks, unless you have weapon finesse, a strength check?
You're misunderstanding what a melee attack even is compared to a strength check. Strength check is like pushing something, moving things, pure force of your body.
Attack rolls may be strength-based, but they are not considered strength checks.
Right, and they're not a skill check.
An attack roll is a combination of your ability to use your skill with the weapon, how hard the weapon swings, the kind of weapon you're using, blah, 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 all kinds of math stuff.
So right now I have a grand total of a plus 10 when normal attacks.
Yay!
But that would be my turn.
If
Keeps rolling
hold on.
ones.
You just cast a spell. Were you defensively casting that?
That is the default for, yeah.
Can you auto pass that? Level 4?
Level 4, what would the concentration for that be? Actually have the page open. How is it? Cast defensively is 15 plus double spell level. That's just d20 plus caster level and ability score, yeah?
I believe
you're
so.
gonna auto pass it.
I'd auto pass it fine.
Okay, good. Alrighty. So when we come back next week, it will be Shenalar's turn.
She can heal me with her Azata. Which would be nice.
Hopefully.
She better. Insofar I'm the only one who can legitimately damage these things dependably.
Izado walks up and hits you with light rays.
I'm pretty sure Fulton can hit, but you can't hit them as dependably as I can. Like, I can hit them, period, end of story. I'm going to hit.
I think
all
with
their AC is
plus
their
10
armor.
to attack now, I can hit them pretty reliably.
So what's your total to hit now? Like, I think their AC is somewhere in like 36.
My
range.
total attack bonus right now would be a plus 35.
Yeah, your first one's guaranteed to hit, but iterations
First
start
two.
happening. First two, then. But then iterations happen.
Haste and related.
Yep. Regardless, also, let's face it, you're not going to do as much damage on a poke as I'm going to.
It's a 1d8 plus 17 right now, I think.
I'm 1d8 plus like 31,
Nah.
so yeah. I am the damage. You are the tank. Job is job. I don't know why I keep having to suck axes to the face, but there it is.
Well, you're the one standing right next to him.
Well, someone has to get in there and do damage.
You
My
can't
range
you
is
shoot
crap.
from across the room?
No, stuff gets in the way. I can't shoot around stuff. It's a cone.
And yeah, his cone is only 35 foot at best.
Mm.
I mean, it's a decently sized cone, but this is very tight quarters, which you'd think a shotgun would be fucking amazing in, but, it's apparently not. So, logic.
I called dibs on all these jugs.
Yeah, we might have to sell the whole warehouse somehow.
You already had those upstairs.
Oh,
Turn to that.
Lol.
I didn't want those ones.
He wants a very
They're gonna-
specific kind.
Uh-huh.
I need something to store my heart in.
Well, I suppose that's it for this week, then. We'll see whether or not we can take on these strange constructs and somehow rescue Lindahl for the second time? Or fail to rescue him and
Give or
just
take.
find his body?
I hate you and your plates.
Don't make me pistol whip one of the random plates out of anger and like it turns out to be you.
I don't think it's really a question of whether we'll defeat them, it's just whether or not Fulton's gonna have to pull out, like, Holy Word and stuff for them.
Mm. I can legitimately, in just one full attack, bring them down to
Hollywood
almost nothing
paralyzed
if
me,
I just
even
hit
though it was a
these
plate.
Yeah, suddenly a plate shatters under Holy Word.
guys.
What crimes did that plate commit?
Was that plate a
Obviously,
murder
it must
plate?
have deserved it.
It was death plate.
It got its just desserts.
Ah, that was terrible.
Someone's
You're
seen the movie.
All right, toodles, guys.
See y'all later.
All right.
Pisces.